Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is the continuation of the calculus of residues. In this video we will evaluate some integrals of the form minus infinity to plus infinity f of x dx. Okay, so theorem: if f of z is analytic in the upper half of z plane except at finite number of poles in it, having no poles on the real axis, and if further z f of z tends to 0 as mod z tends to infinity, then integral minus infinity to plus infinity f of x dx is given by 2 pi I summation r. Okay, where this summation r denotes sum of the residues of poles in the upper half plane. Okay, so here we should consider upper half plane. Okay, so here minus infinity to plus infinity can be evaluated as 2 pi I sum of residues. Okay, so first we solve one problem here. Evaluate integral 0 to infinity. So because as in this theorem it is given that upper half plane. Okay, so therefore here we have 0 to infinity, which represents upper half plane. Okay, 0 to infinity. So from 0 to infinity. Okay, using the theory of residue. So this is 0. So here upper half plane is the large circle C. Okay, large semicircle, because it is only a upper half plane. Okay, 0, it is a semicircle on the real axis. Okay, so given that, or let f of z is equals to 1 divided by 1 plus x square. So it is given that 1 divided by 1 plus x square, because it is in the z form, therefore we write it as z square. Okay, let f of z equals to 1 divided by 1 plus z square. Now integral c f of z dz becomes integral c dz divided by 1 plus z square. Okay, where C is a region consisting of a large semicircle of radius r together with real axis from minus r to r. Okay, now we find, so this can be easily evaluated. Okay, so first we find the poles. Okay, with the help of Cauchy's residue theorem we evaluate this one, poles. Now poles of f of z is equals to 1 plus z square equals to 0. We get z square equals to minus 1, which implies that z equals to plus or minus I. Okay, so thus z equals to plus I and z equals to minus I are simple poles. Okay, now we check whether this z equals to plus I and z equals to minus I lies inside the circle or not. The only pole z equals to plus I lies inside the circle, because z equals to minus I, which lies outside the circle. Okay, the pole z equals to plus I lies inside, but z equals to minus I lies outside circle. Okay, C. So therefore residue of f of z at z equals to I is equals to limit z tends to I z minus I into f of z, which is equals to limit z tends to I z minus I. F of z is given by 1 divided by 1 plus z square. Okay, so this can be written as limit z tends to I z minus I 1 divided by 1 plus z square can be written as z plus I into z minus I. Z minus I get cancels. Okay, so therefore we get residue of f of z at z is equals to limit z tends to I 1 divided by z plus I. Substituting z equals to I, we get 1 divided by I plus I equals to 1 divided by 2I. Please check whether the limit of z into f of z tends to 0 or not. Okay, so further z f of z, that is limit of z f of z as r tends to infinity equals to limit r tends to infinity. So here r means we have z tends to infinity. Okay, z divided by 1 plus z square equals to, so as you can see, if I substitute z equals to infinity, we get z equals to infinity. Okay, we get 0, because if you take the z square outside, z get cancels, we get 1 by z, 1 by infinity equals to 0. Okay, so we won't don't substitute z directly. Okay, so therefore by above theorem we have integration minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is equals to 2 pi I sum of the residues, which is equals to 2 pi I 1 by 2I, which is equals to, we get 2I get cancels, we get simply pi. So now we got this value, that is minus infinity to infinity f of x dx equals to pi, but we require 0 to pi value. Okay, for that we use properties of definite integral. So that is, we know that integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx can be written as 2 into 0 to infinity f of x dx, which implies that 0 to infinity f of x dx is equals to 1 by 2 minus infinity to infinity f of x dx, which is equals to 1 by 2. So now we got this value, so substituting we get it is pi by 2. Okay, so which is the required answer. Next problem, prove that integration 0 to infinity dx divided by x square plus a square whole square is equals to pi pi divided by 4a cube, where a is greater than 0. So solution, first we consider this as f of z integration c f of z dz equals to integration c dz. So here replace x by z, we get z square plus a square, dx is replaced by dz whole square as it is. So here c is the contour consisting of large semicircle T of radius r together with real axis minus r to r. So here again it is a large circle. Okay, so with the radius r. Okay, now we find the poles. The poles of f of z are, that is we equate denominator. Okay, so f of z is can be written as, it is 1 by z square plus a square whole square. So this can be written as z plus a square can be written as, so this z square, it can be replaced by minus I square into a square. So now we apply a square minus b square formula. We get bracket a plus b bracket a minus b. So therefore equating these two to 0, we get z equals to plus ia and z equals to minus I. Now we check which point belongs which point, so that is whether these 2 points belongs to the circle or not. Okay, but we can write it so that here we have whole square. Okay, whole square. So therefore these two are poles of order 2. Okay, and the pole z equals to ia lies inside C because it lies upper half of the circle, but z equals to minus ia lies lower half of the circle, which lies outside the circle because it is a semicircle. Okay, so but this point lies inside outside the circle, but z equals to minus ia lies outside C. So therefore residue of f of z at z equals to ia is equals to phi of, that is phi m minus 1 at z divided by, or at ia, we can directly write here, it is m minus 1 factorial. Okay, let phi of z is equals to, so we are finding at z equals to ia, so therefore except this point we should consider this 1 by z plus ia whole square as phi of z. Okay, it is equals to 1 by z plus ia whole square. Okay, now differentiating this one, we get phi dash of z equals to minus, so its differentiation is minus 2 divided by z plus ia whole cube. Okay, therefore phi dash at z equals to ia is minus 2. Substituting z equals to ia, we get ia plus ia whole cube, which is equals to minus 2. I cube is equals to minus I, sorry, first we write it is 2 ia whole cube, which is equals to 2 divided by 2 cube equals to 8. I cube value is minus I a cube. Okay, or we get 1 by 4, I cube value is minus I a cube. So this, it is f dash of z minus ia, sorry, f dash of ia value. So therefore residue of f of z at z equals to ia is equals to phi dash of ia, and 2 minus 1 factorial is 1 factorial, so which is equals to minus 1 by 4 ia cube. Okay, therefore further limit r tends to infinity z f of z, we consider this one, it is equals to limit, here z means it is mod z tends to infinity, z divided by z square plus a square whole square equals to, we get 0. So therefore by the above theorem, we have integration minus infinity to infinity dx divided by x square plus a square whole square is equals to 2 pi I sum of the residues, okay, which is equals to 2 pi I sum of the residue is minus 1 by 4I eq. So it is not minus 1. So just okay, here I have substituted. So here already minus is there, minus into minus we get plus, so it is plus plus, okay. So I get cancels, 2 get cancels, we get 1 divided by pi divided by 2a cube, okay. But by the properties of definite integrals, we have integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is equals to 2 into 0 to infinity f of x dx. So it implies that integral 0 to infinity f of x dx equals to, we have 1 by 2 minus infinity to infinity f of x dx. So using this property, so this can be written as given integral 0 to infinity f of z dz can be written as 1 by 2 integral minus infinity to infinity dx divided by x square plus a square whole square, okay. It can be written as f of x dx. It is equals to 1 by 2 pi divided by 2a cube, so which is equals to 1 pi divided by 2 into 2 4 a cube, okay. This is the required answer, okay. So similarly we can show this one, integral 0 to infinity dx divided by x square plus 1 whole square equals to pi by 10. So instead of a here we have 1, a equals to 1 here, okay. So by following the same steps you will get this answer. So it is pi by 4, okay. You try this by yourself.